Defying the dragons of doubt. I have wasted my hours. Leonardo da Vinci. This is a crucial time to fight the voices of doubt. The most potent voices of doubt come from within and from people you are connected to by inner ties. Inner and outer voices of doubt overlap. If you've had a highly criticizing parent, their voice may live on in you as a parental introject, meaning an internalized sort of subpersonality. Introjection is the opposite of projection. Also, our inner critic may seize upon critical statements made by any person about us, whether they are close or not, and retain those as barbs it can reuse when we're in a vulnerable state. Sometimes our inner critic can inflate an unflattering photograph into a dragon of doubt. I know I've had that experience. The day before I wrote this card, I had many difficult struggles with doubt. Much of the doubt was in the context of a close relationship. A friend was struggling with doubts about the value of life and even talked about suicide. While I tried to counsel him and point out aspects of the glass that were at least half full in his life and in mine, he lashed out at points of vulnerability in me where I am most likely to have doubts and insecurities. The doubts he directed at me had the particular sharpness that can only come from someone who knows you well and who can, for example, quote private doubts expressed in confidence to them by other people you care about. Doubts about me, in other words, that common friends told him in confidence. The onslaught of negativity sometimes had me on the ropes and raised dragons of doubt in me. But I also realized that I was counseling a soul in torment, and I worked to regain my center, to stay calm and not take the remarks personally, as much as possible, and to be a compassionate presence as my friend struggled with his doubts and inner demons. As I regained my center, the doubts were directed less at me and more at life in general, and he became quieter, still angry and defiant of the cosmos, but not quite as tormented. When he left my house, it was close to midnight. But even after he was gone, the sulfurous atmosphere of doubt we'd wrestled with lingered, and I doubted if I had done him any good, and if it was worth it for me to have attempted to help. My intention that day was to get to bed by 10:30 p.m. I'd been trying for several days to get back on my 4 a.m. wake-up morning writing schedule, because the pre-dawn hours are so magical for writing, and had not been able to get up before 7 a.m. The morning I'm writing this, the morning after the conversation with my friend, not the morning of the video, but 12 years ago or something when I first wrote the card, I woke up without an alarm clock at 3:54 a.m., feeling ready to get to work. A voice inside of me that arose spontaneously from the twilight boundary between sleep and waking said, "A gift from the gods," because somehow I had gotten a very efficient night of sleep and was really ready to get to work, even though I'd only had less sleep than I would ordinarily need. The gift was the enthusiasm for creative work that energized me after only 4 hours of sleep. Earlier that week, I learned that the Greek derivation of the word enthusiasm means a God within. Enthusiasm is one of the great antidotes to the corrosive power of doubt. If you have access to enthusiasm, access to what Aleister Crowley called your true will, to your essential mission in life, then you have the angels at your side that are needed to do battle with the dragons of doubt. And if you can win the inner battle with doubt, you can help others struggling with doubts. When people cast doubts at you and doubt that you will be able to follow your path or that it will lead to success, it is often their own doubts they are externalizing and projecting onto you. Defy the voices of negativity within and without by following your path. If you want to help the world, follow your path and defy the dragons of doubt.